First and foremost, giving all honor and praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakahakudash, bless Yahweh, bless Yahweh Shai, Brekta Yahweh Shai, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Kalam La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakahakudash. Welcome back to another lesson of the video. Shalom to the left, shalom to the whole, like a shalom. To Yahweh, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Things will only increase further down the line. What worse down the line? Second 16:8. The mighty Lord Yahweh, Yahushua, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, the Heavenly Father and only begotten Son. The mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Okay, the plagues have already been sent. Okay, they cannot be turned back. What we see now is what the beginning and the starting point of things. Okay, once again, know and remember that what we at the end, when the last days of the last days, the end have what manifested. Once again, the plagues have been what sent. Okay, everything you seen playing out, we won't grab it in Matthew 24. Okay, 2:9-1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Okay? Then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time we're in the highest, the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Okay? The Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son, Yahweh Yahushai, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, will begin to visit the world which he had made. Okay? And he's visiting this place by way of destruction. Okay? Judgment, the plagues, or the evils, the bad times. Okay, the dire times. Okay, the troubles that are now playing out in to come later on these last days. Okay? The very same time we're in the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made. This shows that the Heavenly Son, Yahweh Shai, fastly approaches. 2:9-3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, what earthquakes are what are happening daily. Okay, search upon the news or your earthquake app. Okay, okay. March 30, 7.3 in Lagan, 5.7 in Fiji today. Okay, 5.7 in New Zealand yesterday, 5.4 2 days ago, 5.4 2 days ago, 5.4 3 days ago, 5.4 3 days ago, 5.4 4 days ago, and on and so forth. Okay? 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 Tokyo buildings 9 hours ago shaken by a magnitude 5 earthquake, no tsunami warning. Japan warns of an ongoing large earthquake risk after magnitude 5 tremor. Okay? And so on. Hold on. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, measured out the time, the plagues of said, who can draw them back, who can draw them away. Okay? Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder. Okay? That's happening and taking place with earthquake and great noise, and with storm and tempest and flame of divine fire. These are the signs in heaven that you should be measuring. Going back. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and the uproars of the people in the world. Okay. Okay, nation against nation. If a house be divided itself, kin like what kingdom stand? If Satan casts out Satan, can that kingdom stand? Okay, the BRICS, okay, America and the other nations are not allied, not head to head like they're supposed to. You shall what set Egyptian against Egyptian, okay? It get even the people in Babylon the Great, which is America, is not allied together, okay? Okay, okay. So continuing. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High Yahweh spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay? For like as it all that is made in the world had a beginning, and the end is what the end is manifest. Okay? Even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder, and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Okay? In Matthew 24:68. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, the proxy wars, okay, the small wars that are happening now, the war that just happened with Iran getting attacked by what Trump, okay, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, okay. Meaning what? There's a set measure in which the prophets come. 2 Corinthians 4:37. Okay, one prophecy can't overlap another. Okay, what the biggest prophecy that we're waiting upon now, when that is issued out, okay, which they are gradualizing now, when that is truly issued out, that's what things will what speed up, prophecy will speed up. Okay, then what all hell would break loose. Okay, the biggest prophecy that we're waiting upon is what the market to be switched to our Nietzsche. Revelation 13:16-17, where no man might buy son, say he that have them work. Okay, where you gotta take an implantable device, which is part of you with older, where you gotta say that to see that for them to see that you're what when they're what you were older. Okay, this is what the hour of temptation which shall try the whole world. Revelation 3:10. Okay. With the dollar slowly fading, the BRICS have moved to another currency. Okay, this is why they gradualizing and pushing out that so-called digital ID, digital bank system. Okay, this is the start of it, the gradualism of it. Okay, it is the calm before what the storm. Okay, and continuing through spirit. What is it? What did the WEF say? You will owe nothing and be happy. Okay. You've all know what Rory said. What surveillance under the skin. Okay. So once again, this is the biggest prophecy that we're reading upon. So what? You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay. For nation shall rise against nation. Once again, they clashing. They're not head to head allied like it's supposed to. Everybody's so Edom is what is being revealed that Trump is that cruel Lord. Okay, the other nations are saying that Babylon the Great, which is America, is for the bully that she is. Okay, she have been what uncovered. Okay, they are seeing her for who she truly is. Okay, it's just the man that did shake the kingdoms. What else you can throw in there through spirit? Okay, it's just the man that covered fields, Micah 2:2. He keeping that at home. Okay, and much more scriptures. For nation shall rise against nation. They're not allowed head to head like they're supposed to, with Iran attacking Trump like it did. Okay, and kingdom against kingdom. If a house be divided in itself, can that house stand? If Satan casts out Satan, can that kingdom stand? And there shall be famines. Famines are happening now. Okay, it's happening all around, but your major news, okay? Only small unknown probably uses or delivering it out, but your major news, okay, are not telling you that hey, this is happening, this is taking place, and so forth, okay? Famines are taking place, pestilences at an all-time high. What happened a couple of weeks ago in Houston, okay? That's pestilences been at an all-time high. So-called Houston, a lot of diseases, AIDS, gonorrhea, and so forth. So pestilence is at an all-time high. Not only that, but you can search up new disease. They just came out and said that they have a new COVID variant. Okay, this was a couple days ago. Okay, okay. You see what to know about cicada? Okay, the new COVID variant. Okay, so this is in. Okay, this is it. Okay, new pestilences. Okay, are happening, taking place daily. Okay, and earthquakes once again in diverse places. All these are what beginning of sorrows. Once again, far much worse things down the line or what to come. Okay, things will only increase further down the line. Once again, all these are beginning of sorrows. Once again, for the things to come down the line. This is what the tip of the iceberg. The starting point is gradualizing. Things are increasing worse by the day. Evils are increasing worse by the day. Okay, you might not really see the evils and so forth happening, but if you go on your so-called back websites, okay, USA Crowns is one of them. It will showcase the evil that's taking place, that's happening, that the news is not really letting people know, man. Evils are increasing daily, man. Okay, okay. It said that what the love meaning what shall wax cold and what iniquity shall abound, meaning what evils will what increase, sins will what increase. Okay, okay. It will only get worse. Second 15, 1-7. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I'll put in thy mouth, say the Lord Yahweh, and cause them to be read them people. For they are faithful and true. Let Yahweh be true. And let every man what be a liar. Okay. Okay. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity, what the unbelief of them trouble thee, that speaking against thee. Okay. If our gospel be hindered, is what hit to them that what loss. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, say the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world. And going back to 2 6 and 8, the plagues have already been sent. Okay, who can turn them back, turn them away? Behold, say the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, okay, famine, okay, death and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the earth. Okay, and things will only increase once again. The love of many shall wax cold, and iniquity shall what abound. It will only increase further down the line. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the earth, and the hurtful works are what fulfilled. Therefore say the Lord Yahweh, let us drop. Woe to the world and them that do therein. Esdras what speaking. Okay. Esdras said that what woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? Man, heart shall what fill them for the things that come, the days to come. Once again, these plagues have already been sent and playing out and taking place now. They just haven't been what amplified to its full effect and full form. But nevertheless, we see things gradually increasing. All these are just the beginning. Once again, it will only get worse. Okay, from on here out. Okay, further down the line. Second 15 and 14, woe to the world and them that do therein. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another. He shall say with Egyptian against Egyptian. Okay, race wars, class wars, gender wars, civil unrest. Okay. This will take place and happen. Okay, and fight against another with swords and hands. For there shall be sedition among men making their own, group and invading one another. They should not regard what their kings, their princes, okay, meaning what their higher ups, okay, their higher ups, the mayor, the governor of the states, the president. Soon come people won't regard high city officials. Not only that, but they won't regard what police. There's a time coming where there will be no 911. Okay, okay. They should not regard their kings, no princes. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. That is what martial law, 15 in the cities, and for the evils that will be in the cities at that time, that will take place and happen. Okay, it's gonna be a time of uncertainty. That's the time of what Jacob's trouble. Okay, and what continuing. This is the time where this is the time that when the devil shall come what down with great wrath, knowing that he have what a short time. Okay, he shall come in like a madman, sparing none, spoiling those that fear the Lord and so forth. All they need is a big crisis situation. Okay, at those times to come, the internet will be down. Okay, no more 911. It's gonna be a time of what lawlessness. Okay, okay. And what happens when there's no more police? Remember, police gotta protect their own family too if all hell breaks loose. Okay, that's why once again, your people not seeing truly what's to come down the line, what's to take place and happen. Okay, for there shall be sedition among men invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, no princes, the hierarchy. The kings, no princes, in the course of the action shall stand in the power. They're gonna do what they want to do. Okay. And men shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. Martial law, 15-minute cities, and for the evils that be in the city at that time. For because of their pride, and the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. Okay. Okay. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. You can throw in 2 Edges 6:22-24. The famine is going to reveal every man and woman true intentions. Okay. Okay, and then at that time of famine, there will be what cannibalism. There was cannibalism back then. There will be cannibalism once again. You could throw in 2 Kings 6:25-28. Okay, that woman said that will bring you a child that we may eat. Okay, that's the things that's going to be taking place in the last days. Okay, within a month of this society, man, cannibalism will happen, man. Okay, okay. You Americans are eating things that you're not supposed to. You eat food with blood in it, that goes against the law in Leviticus. Okay, let us continue through the spirit. What else? Let's see. The easiest way for a famine to come is what your average American is not dependent on themselves. Okay, they don't know how to fish, don't know how to hunt. Even if they plant things, they have to go back to Esau for the seeds, for the soil. Okay, the land. Okay, for the animals and so forth. If you want to do this and if you want to do that, okay. So your average American don't know the things. They know what DoorDash, Uber Eats, when your supply in the house get low, they go to we go to the local stores and so forth. Okay, to restock upon supplies and so forth. Okay, and what your so-called Sprouts, Publix, Walmarts, so forth, and other stores, when Dixie's that you beloved can name. But the easiest way for a family to come is what for the top big elites. Okay, it's all a sudden to hold back the trucking, which they can always do at any time. Okay, and they really don't got to reveal it okay, to the masses why such a thing can happen. They could just swerve the news to another direction, and they could throw one truth and 80 lies beyond it. Okay, so once again, the easiest way for a family to come is what? For the top making elites, okay? To hold back the truckings. Because I know when you've been driving, whatever you've been doing, you have seen those truckings for those places that you buy to. Those truckings are what goes to those places that you buy from and restocks it. Once those truckings stop, that's the easiest way for a family to come. The easiest way. And at that time, let us grab it once again. Second address 15 and 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Okay? At that time, second address 6, 22 to 24, when the storehouses shall be empty, then will the colors of men and women, okay, be truly revealed. Neighbors, friends, family, and so forth. Those people that you thought you was close to, it was just good about a week ago. You was barbecuing, okay, popping a cold one, okay, but all of a sudden all hell break loose. It's every man for himself. He don't know how he's gonna feed himself. He don't know how he's gonna feed his family. So you can see it how things are going to take place and happen. Okay. Okay. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the houses with the sword. What is the mighty day sword? A gun, and spoil the goods. Okay. Whatever you have prepped up to yourself. Okay. And for you preppers, those things that you prep is nothing but for the elect. Okay, his servant shall eat. Okay, but you shall be what, hungry. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. But what? But shall spoil their goods, meaning what? They will spoil your house. Okay, the canned goods that you have heaped up to yourself, the rice, the water, and so forth that you have put to the side, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Okay, famine, and for great tribulation. Okay. Okay, to spoil the goods is what spoil you as well, and to spoil what your wife and children at that time to come, women and children will be used to be trade and bartered. Okay, okay. Isaiah 13 and what 16, the houses shall be what broken into and what that wise ravished. This is what man gonna do, and so once again, the only need is a big crisis. Really, what they don't really need a big crisis like that. Anytime now, any day, Esau, if he wanted to, start with the top making elites, the so-called white man, if he wanted to, he could just shut down the power, and now they give a reason why. Then when all hell was breaking loose, then they could come in and establish or get in the world order. They could send checkpoints, martial law. You see how it will take place and happen. Then they can set martial law, 15-minute cities, checkpoints, okay. And then the 10 FEMA zones in America, so in your so-called states will be active. This is the easiest way. Then they can set the new world order. Then they can bring what the market to be, which is the RFID chip. But like, hey, we're gonna need everybody to come do this and do that, so that we may keep order. Okay, they're gonna let hell break. They're gonna let lawlessness, hell break loose for a little while. Then they're gonna swoop in and act like the savior. Okay, so I hope you see it through the spirit how Esau can go about things and do things. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. This is how things can take place and play out. Yeah, this is it. Yahweh, and what if say they shut down the power? Okay, they stop it and lawlessness come about. There's evil men that been waiting. Okay, and those men are not gonna ask. Okay, they've been waiting. There's evil men around. They've been waiting to do evil. So if a time of lawlessness come, where there's no power, no food, and so forth, things are about to be dire. Okay, troublous. It's gonna be trouble, dire times. Okay, times unlike any other, man. There's evil men waiting for such opportunities, man. I think the beloved told me a long time ago, the beloved from Abinaya, okay, in Trinidad, okay, heralds of Yahweh Shai, our beloved brother. He told us a thing a long time ago. He was dealing with somebody, a man and stuff, and that man said that he can't wait for such a day to be what so-called happen. Then he can truly do what he want to do. It went about some place like that. That's how the beloved told me it. Okay, so this is it. Okay, these are what these type of wicked individuals, wicked men are waiting upon and waiting about. Okay,